How would you like to master the high-end market without working your ass off? I'm telling you, everybody is doing it backwards. You know, after working the high-end luxury market in San Francisco for over 30 years, what I can tell you is that most real estate agents are doing it wrong. See, they're always equating hustle with results, that you have to start chasing and working your tail off to try to get into the high-end market, where nothing can be further from the truth. You want to stop chasing the high-end market and let the high-end market come to you, because you know what chasing looks like, right? Chasing is just like working your tail off and, you know, calling leads that have ghosted you 8 times and really, you know, door knocking, cold calling. I mean, all these crazy things that people are trying to do in the high-end market. Let me tell you, people who are rich, people who have a lot of money, they get repelled by that high pressure sales tactics, that type of thing. I've got a gentleman, a good friend of mine actually in San Francisco, who has more money than God. And I love the fact too, the way he dresses. He dresses like in blue jean shorts and, you know, just t-shirts, and, you know, he doesn't get dressed. He's very low key, laid back, but he's got a ton of money, and he's constantly complaining to me about all these people, service providers, real estate agents, attorneys, CPAs, whatever, who are really just bombarding him with requests to do stuff for him. And he can't stand that. See, people who have high net worths, they want to feel like they are in the right room with the right person. And that is what's so, so important. It's all about not you chasing. It's about you positioning yourself. What does that mean, positioning yourself? It could mean a lot of things. It could mean just being in the right spot where people usually hang out. One of my favorite stories I love telling is about a woman I used to coach, God, 2-3 years ago. And what she would do, which I thought it was brilliant, is she would go to the Starbucks that was right outside this luxury housing development that she really wanted to work. And she'd work every morning from there. She'd bring her laptop, and she ended up meeting people because all these high net worth people were coming out and grabbing Starbucks. And so she met a lot of people, and she started getting listings from this very strategy. So it's all about going to where wealthy people hang out. What do they do? And this is really, really important. It's the positioning of yourself as the expert, creating content that is really going to make you the expert for the high-end market. You know, one of the easiest ways that you can create content and come off as an expert is to have a YouTube channel. If I were starting over, I currently have a YouTube channel, obviously. You're probably watching this video on my YouTube channel. But if I were starting over, I would start a YouTube channel about the wealthiest area in your city or in your marketplace, and then start loading it up with videos about, you know, sales, market stats, new listings on the market, new sales that just closed, new restaurants, new coffee houses, anything that's even tangentially related to real estate. You would have so many topics that you could pick from. And if you consistently post and create content, chances are you may not get a listing from it. I always say that social media isn't really all that great for actually getting listing appointments and getting listings, but especially YouTube, which is the second largest search engine in the world, owned by the largest search engine in the world, Google. YouTube can help cement your authority. So when you do get that listing appointment, you can send your YouTube channel to the seller in advance, and you come across as absolutely the expert. And again, as I mentioned before, go to places where people shop, where people eat, where high net worth individuals hang out for leisure. I mean, golf clubs, go to seminars, I remember once I actually went to a financial seminar in downtown San Francisco. This is, my God, must have been 10 years ago. And I became really chatty with this one guy. I had never met him before. He was sitting next to me. And we just started talking. And again, he didn't look like much to me, but we had a great conversation. We ended up having lunch together. I stayed in touch with him. Come to find out, he had a lot of money. And literally within the year of me staying in touch with him, having coffee with him, he gave me the listing to the sale of his house. And it was like a $3 million listing. And so you want to put yourself in the position of being where these people are as well. I think that's super critical. You know, when I was a CPA at PricewaterhouseCoopers, for me, it was all about building trust and building relationships. So, you know, calling people who serve high net worth individuals is another way that you can really put yourself out there. You know, calling any kind of attorney, calling CPAs, calling tax preparers, calling family house managers. I mean, there's family, what do you call, financial planning people. And because these people typically work with high net worth individuals, call them up, build your CRM with these people that work the high end market. That's another brilliant way that you can try to get in the same rooms, get referrals from people that are already working with these people, and making sure that you're building your SOI with these kind of people. It's important to call your SOI, absolutely. So most people, hopefully, I've met a lot of agents recently that are not calling their SOI, but that's a whole nother video. But most people should be calling their SOI, but you should also be building it with these kinds of people. And so I think it's really important to position yourself as the expert, create content all surrounding the high-end market, position yourself as being the authority for the high-end market in your area. And there's one point I want to make, and I know this is going to sound really woohoo, and I know you guys are going to roll your eyes, but I think it's vitally important too that you have the right mindset. If you have a scarcity mindset, you're not going to work the high-end market. But if you have an abundance mindset, that you know that you are worth it, you know that you can handle it, and you know that you were born to live and work the high-end market, then you are going to have a better chance. But I think the biggest issue, these are all tactics I'm giving you to work the high-end market, but the biggest issue after years of coaching listing agents who want to work the high-end market is they just don't believe that it can happen for them. They don't believe they're worthy. They don't believe that, you know, they can actually get high-end listings. So we have to work on that. I don't care what you do, through meditation, prayer, affirmations. Call me on the phone. Let's talk about it. I can give you some great tips on how you can change your whole mindset about that. But you have to have the right mindset to work the high-end market. There's so many other factors that I'd love to talk to you about. If you're really interested, book a call with me. Otherwise, get Mastering the High-End Market, which is my guide down below, by hitting the link. And let me know what you think about the guide. Let me know what strategies and tactics you're using to get into the high-end market. But that's what I want for you. Not only do I want you to increase the number of homes that you're selling, I want to see you 10x the number of homes that you're selling. But wouldn't it be cool too if you could also increase your average sales price and make more money with every single deal that you're closing? Hey, get the guide below. Let me know what you think. Book a call with me if you want to talk about how we can get you to master the high-end market, and have an amazing day.